Alright, today we are finally back in Paleo Park for the 6th time for the 6th episode, where we are adding a brand new section to Paleo Park, the Desert Oasis, or more importantly called the Sand Pit. This is a smaller area of the park that will include 3 desert species, first of which we are including is the Pyroraptor, so let's get right into it. Alright, so hello everybody, and welcome to Paleo Park. Now I know this is not what you usually expect. You usually expect me to go start the time-lapse and everything. But we have a bit of a problem, and that is that I did not record this speed build. I should have, I did not. So instead we are going to quickly tour around this area, and I'm going to kind of go over the plans for the rest of this small section. This is not a overall progress tour. We won't be looking at everything else, but we'll mainly just be going through this new section and going over what the next couple episodes are going to be, and of course also talking about the new update that is being teased right now for Evolution 3. I think it might be released, or it might be revealed, the full DLC or whatever, by the time this is coming out, because this is coming out on Tuesday. I am recording this on Sunday, so yeah, that might be a bit weird because I'm talking about it before it might actually already be out, but regardless, it's still fun to kind of talk about it. So yeah, so this is the new section. You can see where we are really in relation to everything else. We have Deinonychus enclosure, we have the concavenators over here with the waterfalls, Lokiceratops with the brick kind of viewing gallery, Oviraptors, and the main street, or the main kind of area with the parking lots. So if we go up top to here, this is the desert area, and like I said, this is the first enclosure that we have that is for the Pyroraptors. So I am very sorry that I did not record anything for this episode. I meant to. I promise it shouldn't happen again. I just really did not know what was really going on with this, and we haven't been in the series for a bit of time, probably 2 or 3 weeks, so I do apologize for that. But in any case, we are back, and I promise that with December coming up, there is a lot of episodes coming, not just for this series, but also just for Planet Zoo and in general. Yeah, I'm gonna try my best to make as much stuff as possible. I'm planning 4 or 5 more episodes for December, which is a lot, so we'll see how that goes. But this is the first area of the park. It's kind of getting dark here. It's annoying with how the lighting works, even though it's in day mode. It's still it's the rotation of the cycle of the mountains going over, so it'll fix itself eventually. But so if we go into first person mode here, this is going to be where this little entrance here is going to be where you would enter the park. I still am working on the actual entrance for this little section, and there will probably also be one near here where this path goes up, so there'll probably be an entrance here, and that will connect, and then we'll have another enclosure here. The 3 enclosures, the 3 species that I will be doing in this section are Pyroraptor, which we already have, a Coelophysis, which is a smaller one that will probably be next episode, and after that I'm not exactly sure. I might do something I maybe move Oviraptor to here and then put something else in that small cage. We could do Lystrosaurus, could also work, but that would also be kind of like a petting zoo one. I'm not exactly sure, and we could also get new species that could also fit in here possibly. I think that they teased the first DLC on the website that was leaked, or not leaked, but they put up weird screens that are glitches in the website that are new species discovered, come back soon, basically saying, which I think based on the colors and stuff, and also the fact that we're getting Deinonychus back, which I'm very excited for, by the way. I think it's going to be kind of like a wetlands kind of pack, similar to how Planet Zoo did it with the capybara and that kind of theme. But yeah, this is, we can actually talk about the enclosure here. This is the Pyroraptor enclosure, and this is a general not too detailed one. We can see Pyroraptor coming up here. I added about, I think there's 3 of them, 2 females and 1 male. The alpha, which we can see is the one sitting down over there. But if we just take a bit of a closer look in here, you can see the skins that I've added on for both of them. And you can see that the females have a pretty generic looking skin for these guys. Nothing too crazy. If you go to the male though, you get that it's still pretty like generic, and I kind of made it like a lot more kind of like bland colors because it is like the desert. You're not going to see a lot of vibrant pigments in deserts like that. This is fun, like a little social interaction. But I added a little vibrant little highlights to the face of the male just to make it clear that it is the alpha. Just like we've done with a lot of the other species in this park so far. Like I believe you'll see the same thing if we go to Lokiceratops. You can see that the females are, well, that's the male. Male is very bright red. The females are more of like a peachy kind of off red kind of coloring. So you can see that. We also have another male for some reason. Probably a baby that grew up. Oh, it's elderly. So maybe this is the original. Oh no, this is the female. Oh, this is a grown up baby female. Interesting. I kind of messes it up. I don't really love that because now she's very red and it kind of messes with the stuff. Because it's supposed to be like, they're all, like, there's a lot of these guys. I will clean that up at some point, but for now, it's probably fine. And we can also see this. I've done something similar, hopefully with the concatenators. I haven't been managing the baby population at all here. So there was originally 3 of these guys. Oh yeah, I love the animation. There was originally 3 of these guys. Now there's like, that's like 6 of them. So that's interesting. Wait, yeah, there's 6 of them. All right, well. Some of them are elderly, some of them are newborns, or not newborns, but like a new generation, so yeah, we'll see. Anyway, back to the Pyroraptors though. I inspired this, in case you didn't notice, a lot of Stonehenge, which was like the wonder of the world, but like I used those kinds of different arches and stuff to make it a bit more visually unique and visually interesting, to kind of fit in with the desert vibe. I know it's not really, the Stonehenge in real life is not a desert environment, it's in more like an open field, but I wanted to do a bit more, something more unique with the rock work. I think it overall works pretty well. I used, of course, a lot of foliage. I'm stuck on something here. I don't know why, but alright. We can go back here. But I used a lot of rocks, a lot of foliage as well, just for like the planters around, kind of acting as a second barrier between you and the Pyroraptors. So where are they? And of course the other big thing that I really loved about this is the bone cage, or like this bone, like this big the rib cage that the Pyroraptors can impliedly walk through. We're gonna turn collision off and see if they can walk through them. Hopefully they can. It would be really cool to see. I haven't seen it yet, but it would be really cool to see them go through the rib cage. And can they get through? They can technically get through. So let's see. I want to see if they actually do it. Oh my god, are they actually gonna do it? Oh, that's cool. Wait. Yes, that looks so good. I love that. Then we get like cool capture mode on it. It's not perfect with like the shadows, but that still looks pretty neat. That looks cool. I like that. Very nice. And I also turned it off for this one, so hopefully they can also go through that if they want to. Does it show if they can? It does say they can go through it, so hopefully we will see something like that. Maybe they'll go through it in a moment. Possibly. This one actually might go through it. Oh my god, can you? Oh, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Oh, we got another social animation. Beautiful. Look at these guys. I love that. Love the colorations. I do know that they come with a lot brighter patterns for them, but I figured it would be pretty symbolic of like the desert. This guy might do it again. I just want to see him go through it. Let's see if we can have it. Oh my god, really? God, you're so picky. Anyway, but yeah, that's pretty much it for that enclosure. I also tried to do a bit more, something more unique with the shelter. We can get a lot better look at it, at the enclosure in this daylight. Wow. But I tried to do a bit more, something more unique with the shelter. Of course, the doorways are the same. I like doing very similar doorways. It just makes sense. But the actual wall texture is a bit more unique, and I tried to use layering with like what are they called, the chuckum pieces, I guess. It's really a weird name that they call them, but it is, what is it? Oh, never mind, I can't see it. But it's like the stone, just the plain stone piece of the wall that they do. So interesting enough. We go back to first person mode. We go over this way. It is pretty much the same. You can see a different view of the enclosure. If they want to come over here, there's one in there. I really wish they added the zoom feature to this, to the first person mode. It'd be so cool. But I guess you already had that with the capture mode, so it'd just be nice. In the backside, there is really nothing too fancy. We can't go upstairs, of course, because we're dumb. But in the backside, there is really nothing much. I will probably eventually add a door and stuff, but for now, it's not really a priority to me. But yeah, that is pretty much it for the enclosure. I'm sorry there wasn't a lot to go over in this episode, being completely honest. But like I said, in the next episode, we will definitely be adding Coelophysis, and we'll be probably figuring out this kind of area in front, because this is supposed to be one of the gateways into the section. Same thing over here, and then this like little area here was more just kind of be like maybe like a watering hole, maybe, or like a ravine possibly. I don't know. I'll probably test something out. I'll probably find something to do with it. I don't know if we'll finish this section by doing all three of them. I might do Coelophysis, and then by the next time, by the episode after that, the update could release with probably a DLC. So we could have to switch to doing a new DLC thing. We know at least that Dinosaur is coming, and I'm very excited for that, so I will definitely be including that at some point in this series. I'm wondering to make an entire swamp section. It really depends on what that new DLC is. If it's like a crocodile DLC, like we get crocodiles, Irritator, Luridosaurus, Hesperornis maybe, something like that. Any kind of like swamp, marshlands kind of species, Rhamphorhynchus maybe, anything like that would be kind of cool to put in here. As because I'm assuming that most of the things that we're going to get in the new DLC, the new species, are going to be paleo accurate, because most of them are by now. Almost all of them that we get new in the game are pretty paleo accurate. Let me know down below what species you want me to include for this section. I already have Pyroraptor. I'm doing Coelophysis. Next, I could possibly do something like the Iguanodon. Ornithomimus might fit in here, but I also do want to do a bit more vibrancy with those guys, so I might save it for more like a grasslands kind of vibe enclosure. So we'll see about that. But I think for now, that is going to have to wrap up this enclosure. Again, I'm very sorry there's not a lot to go over in this build. There's not really a lot. I am very happy about the update features that they're adding in the next update, and like the 1.2. That feels like an actual big update, and we are getting the we are getting basically an eyedropper tool for the colors of the scenery pieces, or sorry, not the scenery pieces, what am I talking about? The paths. So you can now copy and paste, or basically you can copy the style of any other path that is already in your park, and use that when you're placing new paths, which is very helpful. It should have been in the game from the very first, from the very beginning, but I'm glad it is now here. It's just weird that it was something that was weird to me that they didn't include that right at the bat. Like it really feels like something you should have when you're launching it. But I'm glad we're getting it regardless. There's a few other things related to the island generator that is happening. I haven't really touched it yet, so it doesn't really involve me, but it does look pretty cool. Other than that, I don't know if there's anything else. There's just general stability fixes. The swamp biome, the swamp brushes and stuff, cypress trees, are really good. I'm still disappointed they're not adding in, from what it sounds like, they're not adding in larger glass pieces, because if we look at here, the only see-through glass that we have is this stuff, which is fine, but like that's it. Like there's no, and the max you can scale this up to, if I try to make, there's not even like a one single one. The closest you have is something like this, and this does not scale up all the way, and it still has that beam in the middle. I would really like for them to add just a plain glass sheet, no beams, no nothing. I can add the beams if I want to. With the other pieces in the game, I just want a plain glass sheet of glass. It's just not much to ask for, please. And all the other ones that like the windows and stuff, if you type in glass, all the rest of them are just this really weird, like opaque glass, which is so weird. And you just barely can't see anything into it, so it's just kind of annoying. And then you of course have this, which is part of the Innovation Center, which is also not really useful, this could be cool for something, but like for a general enclosure, just building a glass barrier, it's still really annoying, and it just feels like a problem we shouldn't be having at this point with the amount of flexibility with the scenery pieces. It feels really weird to not have access to glass of all things. Like, it's just weird to me. Maybe we'll get it for Christmas or for in this update as a surprise, but I don't have my hopes very high. But it's fine, whatever. But anyway, I think that's gonna have to be pretty much it for all I have to say in this episode. I get this is a bit of maybe a shorter episode, and it's not really what you guys were expecting. I promise the next episode we will be back to building in full speed builds and time lapses and everything. So yeah, I hope you all enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and I will hopefully see you guys in the next one, in the next episode of this series, which will probably be next week. I am going to try and upload a Planet Zoo video this week, maybe. Probably around Friday or Saturday. So if you are interested in that, stick around to witness that. I've been working on a lot of cool stuff for that game recently in the last couple weeks, so I am excited to see how it turns out and if you guys are interested in that kind of stuff. So I hope you all enjoyed, and I will see you guys all in the next one. Bye guys, have a great rest of your day.